Criminal Minded here. And I want to talk about losing identity. And I always want to talk about the concept of waving your flag. And it seems to me that in Africa, or should I say Africans, if you ask an African where you're from, they will tell you their country. You tell them what you like about your country, they'll tell you about the food. It's like, to be an African in today's society, all you have to do is rep your flag, scream and shout as how much you love your country, but you're not actually in the country that you claim you love so much, and talk about how much you love the food. That's what it boils down to now, to be an African in today's society. Go around. If you think I'm trying shit, go around and ask an African, like, yeah, what does it mean to be an African? Oh, I'm happy, great nation, love my country, love my flag, love the food. When we get together, we make our food. So that a white person can make your food, throw your flag, scream and shout as much as he loves your country, and then he could be African too, then, isn't it? Because it doesn't really take much. The reason why this is the situation today is, as Africans, we are subconsciously, some of us consciously, are trading in our way of life and picking up the Western way of life. So the little meaningless stuff is what we take on. You know, most Africans don't even know their so-called independent history, even though we haven't got no independence. They don't even know the history towards what is called independence today. They don't even know how. Listen, let me tell you something. When I was in Ghana, I didn't know that Ghana was the biggest slave ports in the whole of Africa. I never knew that shit. I wasn't taught that shit in Ghana. I learned that shit when I came to Europe. Do you understand? You go around and ask most Africans, are they free? They'll tell you, yes, they're free. You ask most black, fuck Africans, most blacks in general, worldwide, are they free? They'll say they're free. Do you understand? This is what we're facing. I mean, like, all we got right now to represent a nation is a fucking flag. A flag that haven't got no purpose or no means. And we stay on the borders that was being mapped out by the white race. Those borders you see in Africa wasn't mapped out by Africans, it was mapped out by Europeans. It shows how much they still dominate our country. Because if they didn't, we should be able to communicate and cut the borders off. Do you know that certain African countries don't trade with each other? Some of them have to go. Let's, like, if I want to send cargoes to Somalia or something like that, I cannot fly from Ghana to Somalia. I probably have to fly from Ghana to somewhere like France or Italy, and then from there the cargo will go to Somalia or Sudan. Do you know that shit? Listen, man. We are representing something that hasn't got no representation. I mean, you get an African who say, oh, how much they love their country. But yeah, you left that fucking place to come and live in a white man's country. Why? Because the white man gives a better health care, a better social benefit than your own country, which you scream and shout that you love so much. I mean, if you love something, you will be in that thing that you love so much. I love fucking women, so I'm around women. What? I'm around my woman. Do you understand? I used to love smoking weed, so I always had weed around me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever I love, I indulge and I'm in that thing. People say, "Oh, I love Ghana," but you're not in Ghana. How can you say you love something where you're not there? You can't love it that much. You don't need to lie to the world. And I mean, people just false flagging. I love Nigeria. I'm so proud to be from Nigeria. Nigeria is the best Africans in the whole of Africa. Why aren't you in Nigeria? If Nigeria is the best of the whole of Africa, why is it that Nigerians are traveling from Nigeria to go get a heart surgery? I mean, do you ever stop to ask yourself these questions? We live a facade, and we pump ourselves up to believe shit that ain't true, which I find fucking amusing as hell. I find it amusing as fucking hell. Yeah? We're false flagging out here, man. You know what I'm saying? We are all false flagging. Yeah? Africans can't wait to get the fuck out of Africa. Because, to be honest with you, there's nothing there that represents us or that shows that Africa cares about us. And I'm not being mean. I'm not trying to be bad. I'm just trying to speak the truth. I mean, look, what health benefits is there? There's none. And I'm saying, and I'm not trying to, look, they say we got presidents. What are those presidents doing for the nation? With the kind of land that Africa has, with the kind of minerals Africa has, not one African should be leaving Africa. Especially leaving Africa to come to Europe and do fucking minimum wage job like cleaning toilets and shit. Do you understand? It doesn't take a European hard work to get a visa to come to Africa for as long as he or she wants. An African has to go to the moon and back just to get a visa to come to Europe for 6 months, and then have to duck and crawl on all fours just to hide from immigration office. Scared to go back home to the country they say they love. But I don't blame them, because where we're coming from is real fucked up. You know? But let's not lie to ourselves. I think we should be the most humblest people on the planet, black people. Wherever we go to a country, we just keep ourselves quiet and just do what we need to do discreetly and not make too much noise. Because we are in no position to make any noise. I think we should move like how Jewish people move in every country. They move discreetly. And they section themselves off in every sector of that country. But they do it discreetly, quietly, not seen, not heard. Let's stop pretending like we got a great nation. I mean, Africa is a great nation. At the moment, it's not showing it. So let's not pretend. You'll never catch me with a Ghana flag in my car. Because there's nothing Ghana is giving me as a nation for me to represent Ghana. I'm being honest with you. And I'm not lying to you at all. I'm not trying to be fake or anything at all. I'm just being honest with you. Do you understand? Every African country is on eggshells. It's just one step away from civil war. Every African country, South Africa included. One step away from a civil war. Every African country. That whole continent. There is nowhere safe on that continent. Some countries have even got a blood transfusion clinic. Some countries in Africa even got a blood bank, let alone a research facility. You know, it is serious out here, man. It is really serious out here. So this whole waving your flag and pretending like you're so happy to be from a country which doesn't give you anything of value that you could hold on to, and you could say, you know what, this is worth me dying for this country. That's why the soldiers don't take their duties seriously, because they themselves don't even get good salary job. That's why they do bribes, they lie, they cheat the common people in that country so that they can survive. You call that a nation? You call that a country? I don't think so. You know, and I'm not, listen, I would say I'm proud to be black. I'm happy being black. I wouldn't want to be white. But to be proud of something means that thing showed you an expectation that you showed you something that you wasn't expecting from them. You know, it's like your son coming home with good grades. Said, I'm proud of you. Yeah, you're expecting him to come with good grades, but he exceeded your expectation. That makes you proud. I can't be proud of a country that cannot even look after itself or its people. There's no proudness. I'm not proud about that shit. And I'm saying, to me, I'm ashamed. Ghana made gold. Ghana gold is called, first used to be called Ashanti gold. Then the white man bought more shares in the Ashanti gold and it became Anglo Ashanti gold. Now it's called Anglo gold. The takeover. This is what I'm talking about. How can I be proud of some shit like that? Where's the dignity in some shit like that? If you're gonna sell out for money, why the fuck should I fucking stay loyal? When you don't even stay loyal to just a simple thing as name. That's the question I ask. The country and the leaders don't stay loyal to the people, so why should the people stay loyal to the country and the leader of that country? All their system, their court system, their election system, their bank system is all based on the Western way of doing things. Ghana military is trained by the US and the Israeli military. So if the US and Israel wanted to colonize Ghana, it wouldn't take them much hard work because they train the soldiers. You want me to be proud of that shit? You want me to be proud that my so-called defense in my country is trained by somebody who can potentially take over my country? We're in deep shit. You understand? Let's stop false flagging and stop pretending and lying to ourselves that this once great nation is still great. Because right now it's not. Right now it's just right now Africa is like a purse lying on the floor. Anybody can pick it up and look inside it and see any valuables in there that he or she wants to take, and then throw that purse back on the floor. That's what Africa is right now, a big purse that's been abandoned. Yeah? Think about that. Next time you go around screaming that you're proud of your country. Yeah, whenever a person says they're so proud of coming from this part of Africa, you ask them, what are you proud of? What has your country achieved in the last 15, 20 years for you to be proud of it. And if you're so proud of it, what the fuck are you doing here? Think about that shit. On that note, criminal minded, I'm out like I stole something. Peace.